think we obviously have a very strong hospitality culture in Singapore for, I guess, welcoming people. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I don't think we do. Sorry.
All
right.
Hey man, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm Max.
I'm Vinny.
Cool.
Nice to meet you. Curious to know, Max, so like from that initial step, what made you want to stay all the way 7 years into Singapore?
I mean, I like the place. I genuinely enjoy Singapore. I don't stay in the bubble like some foreigners in Singapore, so I mingle with locals and have many local friends.
Clearly, yeah, that's what's happening. So yeah.
Yeah, so I genuinely like the place because before I lived in many places. Like I lived in Europe, in the US, in Russia, and so I can compare.
Yeah.
So sometimes like Singaporeans complain, oh, Singapore is not good, but it's actually like really good place if you compare it to other places. So that was like our conscious decision to stay here. What about you? You born and bred in Singapore, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I have lived in Singapore most of my life. I spent a couple of years living overseas in the States.
Yeah, in New York.
Specifically New York, Enjoyed my time there, but ultimately I think a lot of what I value are my family and my friends. Perhaps that's very Asian of me, but I had to move back to Singapore for that. Yeah. What's something expats love about Singapore that locals take for granted?
Right.
That's one for you.
Yeah.
As the expat.
For example, safety. Even for me, and now like I don't care maybe safety like too much for myself because I'm a big guy.
Yeah,
it's like,
you're a big guy.
I know how to navigate.
With those tattoos, people are gonna run
Exactly.
away.
Yeah, and then I can switch to my Russian proper Russian accent and use it if needed. And also, I grew up in Russia, so I know how to navigate like sticky situations. But for example, for my daughters, it's like I know they will be safe. And so even for me, sometimes I take it for granted. And then if we go somewhere else, I need to so you don't run away. We're in the shopping mall, so
you're not in
stay
Singapore.
with me. You're not Singapore anymore. Yeah, so take some precautions.
Yeah. I also think that we have a fairly friendly and warm society, but just being able to feel like you can trust one another is like kind of underrated thing that, you know, maybe locals take for granted.
Yeah.
Do you think expats have romanticized Singapore?
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure. Some of them, yes. Some of them, yes. I mean, it's super easy to stuck with only like, oh, Singapore is super safe. The food is so good. It's so convenient. It's like, come on, like, be like a bit more deep with your opinions and about Singapore. But
I personally feel like I think expats both have a very like overly positive view on some things, and then on other things I think they don't quite like understand nuance, so they just kind of paint it in a particular way. So I agree with you that sometimes they just know the things that Singapore is known for and they live here, and then they just continue having that mindset that, you know, it's clean, it's efficient, it's strict, but they've not really challenged their ideas on that as well. Like they'll go to a nice restaurant in town, but why not go to a hawker center like in the heartlands as well? Why not truly, I guess, have a local experience playing badminton with uncles in the community center or something like that? Like that is a little bit more of a challenging experience to have. But I think it can be quite rewarding once you feel like you're actually part of the community. You're actually making friends within, I guess, locals, not just expats. So, but that's also like just something that everyone will find challenging in any new country. So I'm not saying it's specific to expats in Singapore.
Singaporeans are like quite friendly, and it's like some people say, oh, it's hard to make friends with Singaporeans, but I don't agree. I think like sometimes it's hard to make friends with Singaporeans because they have their own life. For example, you went to NS, you have like school friends, so you need like some additional capacity for new people, like foreigners or other locals. So for people come to Singapore, it's kind of their job to put on more effort to like actually make friends.
To bridge the gap, right?
Yeah, to bridge the gap.
Like, what are the common topics we can talk about? What are the things that, we can both agree on?
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes a little bit more of a deep dive and maybe even like vulnerability to like get there. But I believe that if you do that, the rewards, the dividends actually like really high.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure you feel like now that you've also, I think, made friends with more locals, Singapore probably feels a bit more like home for you, for your wife and for your kids as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever had to hide a part of yourself to fit in, Max?
I kind of say what I think. I don't need to have like some other agenda because I don't work for some big corporation that a lot of like decision makers, and I don't need to navigate that.
Yeah.
I have small team, so I do what I like to do. I say what I like to say. So it's pretty much I'm kind of congruent with myself.
Yeah, you definitely strike me as someone who just speaks his mind most of the time, right? Like,
yeah, and I think I also, because I'm doing this like YouTube content creation, speaking for a long time, so I kind of found my voice and found the real me, kind of. So I feel comfortable with myself. So that's why I don't need to hide that much in principle in life.
So I have to be honest with you, Max. I think when I first moved to New York as a Singaporean, I felt like I needed to be a little bit more American. For example, I had to travel around the country and meet a lot of folks that were just really American. So I felt that if I just brought my Singaporean side, I would be too different. For example, I would go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I would meet someone there and I'd ask them if they watched the game last night, Dodgers versus, I don't know, Patriots. I might be mixing up NFL and NBA right now, which also tells you how much I also cared about it, because I really didn't. I just wanted to keep up with what I guess the locals over there were thinking about. And I remember we'd always get into some conversations, and I genuinely like enjoyed like connecting, but it didn't feel authentic to me.
Yes.
And then I actually watched this like interview that one of the tech CEOs did. He was telling him that we didn't hire you to be like one of us. We hired you to be yourself. We hired you to be different. And that's what we value. So that felt very empowering to me. And so I actually went and tried something new. I went in and said, hey, you know what? I actually don't know much about the Dodgers or the Packers. Like, in fact, I'm actually from Singapore. And I'd love to know, I guess, more about like that. And actually that led to more of a genuine connection, because they could tell that I was actually being real instead of trying to be something.
Yeah, it actually got me thinking that I did that to some extent also. So, like, funny enough, it was also in the US.
Yeah?
So when I was 20 year old, I had this exchange like summer program in the US. I had a lot of fun to playing basketball and stuff. It was great.
Yeah.
And I came back I was in a union back then. I came back to Russia, and I was like so cool. I got like some American like pants and like green pants and like some stuff. And I was like, I think they told me I was even speaking with, like, trying to speak with Russian, but with some American notes in it.
American notes? I see.
Yeah. So I kind of tried to, I guess, like run away from I didn't know my Russian identity back then.
Yeah.
But after I started like traveling properly and moving and actually living in the places like in Europe, in Asia, I kind of discovered myself more. And what does it mean for me to be Russian?
Right.
Actually.
Right.
Because when you're in this bubble, like living in a country, you never left your country.
Yeah.
You don't know what it means to be like Russian. You don't know what it means to be Singaporean.
Indeed.
Because you cannot see yourself like from this helicopter view. Yeah, it's good to go abroad and see. Try to discover yourself actually. Yeah.
Agreed.
But I got a question for you that I actually ask every guest of mine on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.